These slot channels are breaking the law, putting people's health at risk, all for financial gain. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a while. I figured it's time that we spill a little bit of tea. There's been a lot going on, as usual, in the slot community, and I felt that it was time to discuss some things that I've been seeing going on in the slot community. If you're new here, subscribe, thumbs this video up, and let's begin. So if you're new here, I did a couple of videos in the past about slot channels and the pandemic and them breaking the law and going to casinos across the country when they really shouldn't be. So some things have happened recently that I cannot even believe that these slot channels are doing this. Uh, let me just roll the tape, okay? Let's dive into this because you're not even going to believe this.
Yep. LDS Sabrina says hi. This is mad love. There's so many people here. Every year I never expect this many people to show up. I don't. It's because there's pizza.
Might be.
Yeah.
That might be.
Oh.
Carrie, Chrissy, Bob, oh, get in here. Come on, we're way up. We're not. Come on, get in. Where's she? Does she want a shot? Shay? Where's she? Shay? She'll have to get in on the next one. Okay. All right. Here we go. Cheers! Woo! That's really strong.
So what you just watched was an event that Slot Queen held for the members of her Patreon, which she calls them the Loyal Royals. She held this event at the Plaza in Las Vegas. We're going to call this the Loyal Royal Super Spreader event. So at this Super Spreader event, Slot Queen had all these people in her room. Approximately 80 people, I'm told, were in her suite at the Plaza. So she had, this event in Vegas. Everyone came out. And then she invited people up to her room for drinks and food and fuckery. I think they had to pay as well. I think that there was a little fee, like $25 or something like that. That's what I heard. It was nice that Sister Christopher gave her the night off from making hand sanitizer to go and host her own event. Sister Christopher did not attend this event. So I was sent these videos. These videos were streamed in her private group. And I could not believe that she was so irresponsible and had this many people in her room in November. This was just a couple of weeks ago. As the pandemic is raging on and, they're telling people not to gather in large groups. And she has this large group in her room at the Plaza. And not only that, but take a look at this photo right here. So this is her, I guess, screaming to everyone in her room. And, she has no mask on top of the furniture in the room. There she is on her Plaza furniture, her quote unquote royal throne, screaming at all the peasants down below with no mask on, spreading her germs. So she holds this event at the Plaza. She also held a group pull, which I kind of feel like shame on these casinos allowing slot channels to hold group pulls at their casinos, because if anyone has ever attended a group pull, how do you social distance at a group pull? Isn't everyone huddled around the slot machine? Isn't that irresponsible? So why would any casinos be allowing this? But maybe that's why, the virus is raging on in Nevada, because, casinos like the Plaza are allowing things like this to go on. supporting an event like this, and her having 80 plus people in her room. I can't believe that. I am actually really surprised that she would be so irresponsible and hold an event like this. Like, what is the point? Why couldn't you postpone it till things got better? Why did you need to hold it when things are getting worse? Now, on November 13th, this travel advisory was put into place by the governor of California. Now, this travel advisory is pretty much saying, do not leave the state unless you're traveling for obviously essential business. Now, previously, Sister Christopher has said that when I did my previous video, that I made this up and that wasn't true, and that her business and her travel was essential. But what I really, really enjoyed, so thank you, Governor Newsom, for this, he actually detailed what is considered not essential travel. And in his advisory for non-essential travel, he listed this right here. The following categories do not fall within the definition of essential travel. Individuals traveling for tourism purposes, such as sightseeing, recreation, gambling, or attending cultural events in the United States. So he is pretty much saying, sorry, this is not essential. So, two things. Number one, when Slot Queen held her event at the Plaza in Vegas, when she came back, she was supposed to quarantine. Her and her husband were supposed to quarantine for 14 days upon returning back into the state that they shouldn't have left from the get-go. So, who knows if they really quarantined for 14 days. I don't believe they did. Oh, look, she was live streaming at a casino in California less than 7 days after she was in Las Vegas at her super spreader event. So where was the quarantine there for 14 days? Breaking the law again, I see. So Slot Queen is just, running amok through California and Nevada, pretending like there's no stay-at-home orders, there's no pandemic. I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm going to hold these events with mass amounts of people. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to wear my mask in the room. It's fine. It's all a good time. Super spreader event. Everyone gets the Rona. Leave with a little parting gift, a wristband, a lanyard, and some Rona. So now on to Sister Christopher. This is, the two of them are the same people. She is a carbon copy of Sister Christopher. So anything that he does, obviously she's going to do the same thing. So Sister Christopher recently went to Pittsburgh in November, obviously leaving the state of California again when he wasn't really supposed to. And the governor of Pennsylvania actually put an advisory into effect that stated that anyone traveling from any state, not even the neighboring states of Pennsylvania, have to quarantine for 14 days before they can go out into the state of Pennsylvania. Now, what Sister Christopher did, because there is a little bit of a loophole, if you have a negative COVID test, you do not need to quarantine. So Sister Christopher took a COVID test upon arriving into Pennsylvania, or took it right before she left California, so she was able to go into the state of Pennsylvania and not have to quarantine for 14 days. But upon returning to California, she is supposed to quarantine for 14 days, but she did not, because she does whatever the fuck she wants, clearly. So Sister Christopher held these live streams at Pittsburgh because it was a new casino that was just opening. They probably flew her out there, to promote the casino. Anything for a buck, don't worry about the pandemic. I need to make money. So Sister Christopher went out to Pittsburgh and then returned back to California. And when she returned back to California, she recently just made this post. She posted this on December 5th, and I want to read this and go through this with you because I find this extremely, extremely hypocritical. With California, the United States, and the rest of the world in crisis, it wasn't in crisis when you flew to Pittsburgh 2 weeks prior to this posting. We must now more than ever do our part to stop the spread of the virus. Okay, so now you're worried about it. You weren't worried about it in, what was that, June, when you ran out to Idaho for the first casino that opened up in the country? We at BC Slots have already canceled all events in December and will now extend that to include all casino live streams, including our impending $30,000 live stream to be pushed into 2021. Not to worry, we will continue to have blah, 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 blah. Wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands often, and don't touch your face. This is what got us through 100 casino visits. 100 casino visits all across the country through these past months. Try to avoid leaving the house. Is he really telling people to try to avoid leaving the house when he just wrote that he's been to the casino 100 fucking times? Who's proofreading this? Try to avoid leaving the house unless it's for essential travel. I can't. Groceries, doctor, etc., or work. We're all in this together, so let's stay positive, strong, and safe. Soon enough, we will all see those flashing casino lights at the end of the tunnel. Now, wait, you ready for this? So the day he posted this, on December 5th, he was spotted at Agua Caliente later on that evening. Is he serious? Is he serious? Please tell me. I can't. I just can't do it anymore. This is ridiculous. He posted this December 5th. He was at Agua Caliente later on that evening with Brits. So Sister Christopher is clearly doing whatever she wants. This is all smoke and mirrors. She doesn't give a fuck about the pandemic. She's going to do whatever she has to do because obviously her channel puts food on the table, pays for the 2 houses, the one in LA and the one in Palm Springs. She has a staff that she has to pay. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about anybody. She's going to do what she has to do. She's going to obviously put on a show for everyone because that's what she needs to do. But behind the scenes, obviously, as I've always said, Sister Christopher is running amok through the slot community. Clearly, Slot Queen is also following in her footsteps, doing the same thing. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. We're premiering this. If you're watching it after, obviously you could leave a comment. What do you think about this? Do you think that this is just absurd? Do you not care? I personally, as someone who had the Rona and has recovered from the Rona, I followed all the proper guidelines. I went out and I got tested, and I did not go back out until I received a negative test. So, I did my part. I'm not going to put other people's health in jeopardy to just, because I wanted to go to the casino. So, why are they doing this? Why are they above the law? I don't know. Tell me, because I'm trying to understand if people are dying and people are getting sick, why Sister Christopher and Slot Queen are just doing whatever they want. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They're holding these events. So you tell me. Let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodaloo.